Hey y'all, hey! Amber here. Okay, let me do a check. Looks like y'all can see my screen. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this off. How y'all doing tonight? If you're hitting me up on the replay, let me know in the comments by just doing hashtag replay. So I don't want to be before you long. Tonight I want to talk about the purpose of money and some of the challenges that the 95% faces that really disqualifies them from ever becoming a part of the 5%. So when I talk about the 95%, that is the majority of society. Literally 95% of people die without money in a bank. They basically die with bills, broke and with bills. Whereas the 5%, they accumulate massive wealth, and many of them are are less educated than a lot of the people in the working class. So it's not a matter of education, it's a matter of something else, which I'm going to be uncovering tonight. So really quickly, let me tell you who I am. If you are new here, my name is Amber Black, and I help women of faith create authentic and stand out brands that are both rich in profits and purpose. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. I have my notes, so I'm not going to be before you long. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I want to talk about how the majority sees money. So I'm going to label them 95. Okay, and shout out to Amazon for delivering my board today. So the 95% of people, and this isn't just in America, this is literally like globally. The 95% of people, they believe that money has two purposes. Sorry, y'all, can y'all see me? Okay. If y'all can't see me, as long as y'all can see the writing, that's what matters. They believe money has two functions. One is bills. So the overwhelming majority believes that you get money to spend it. And that's why so many people can say, well, all I need is enough to get by, or all I need is enough to pay my bills. Money doesn't grow on trees. People who have more than enough, they are greedy, they are stingy, because they believe that the sole purpose of money is to pay bills. Okay? And a big thing that no one really talks about is the 95%, they believe the other reason why you accumulate money is for status. And that's why we hear terms like keeping up with the Joneses, because the more that the 95% makes, the more that they spend. So however they're living on, say $40,000, say their income doubles, you'll see them get better cars, you'll see them move into a better neighborhood. The more that they make, the more that they spend. And you also see, hey, how you doing, Alia? That's the lucrative coach. Thanks for joining us today. So, like I said, the 95%, they believe that money is made for bills and to promote status. So the more that they make, the more that they spend. It's literally, it goes up. Like if I could do a graph, it would go up. So let's talk about the 5%ers. These are the people with wealth. These are the people who have a legacy, right? Let's talk about how they see money and the purpose of money for them. So the purpose of money for the 5%, which we should all want to be in the 5%, okay? They see money as a means of 3 L's, lifestyle. They see money as a way to fund their lifestyle. But unlike the 95%, the more money that the 5% makes, the less they spend. So check that out. The 95%, the more they make, the more they spend. The 5%, the more they make, the less they spend. It literally goes down. Huge difference there. So they see money as a way to fund their lifestyle, okay? Number 2, they see money as a form of leverage. So what do I mean by that? The 95%, they will spend money in order to buy time. So think of it this way. If you look at movies and they have like, say, a nanny, or a chef, or a housekeeper, for the 95%ers, they would say that's a waste. But for the 5%ers, they know that paying someone else to do what they don't want to do is buying back their time. Case in point, real life example. I have very long and very thick hair, okay? So when it comes time for me to do hair, my hair, it takes me about 5 hours and it looks like trash. I mean, I can get it done, but it takes 5 hours. I went today, it only took her 2 hours. So what did I do? I paid her to essentially give me 3 hours back on my life, because the 5%, they don't believe that time is money. They know that time is infinitely greater than money. So they use their money to buy their time. Huge difference here, okay? Use money to buy time. So let me say this real quick, because this is the whole bar. The 95 percenters, they will waste time to save money. You can't get your time back, but they will the 95 percenters know the cost of everything, but sometimes the value of nothing. So really get that, okay? They will literally, like me, I used to literally waste 5 hours of my life instead of giving my beautician the money to only spend 2 hours in her chair. Huge difference. Okay, and the third one. Oh, good. I'm so glad y'all are liking this. Thank you so much for the comments. The third one, honey. Legacy. The 5 percenters know that their money is so abundant it can outlive them. So let's talk about it. Earlier in the broadcast, I talked about how the 95%, most people will die with bills. They will die with liabilities, whereas the 5% will die with assets. So what the 5% sees money as is a way to provide a better means for their children, their grandchildren, their community. They see a way of acquiring wealth, and they say, how can I make someone else's life better? They don't see it for status, whereas status in the 95%, they want more money to floss, right? It's the Gucci belts, it's the nice cars, and there's nothing wrong with that when they are in their correct place, okay? So quick recap. The 95%, the overwhelming majority, and why they stay the 95%, they see the only purpose of money, paying bills. That's why they typically only make enough to pay their bills, and they see money as a means of status, okay? 5%, they see money for lifestyle, leverage, and legacy. Lifestyle, leverage, and legacy. So you're probably wondering, Amber, I'm right here in the 95%. How do I move to the 5%? The biggest way, and really the only way that you can do this, is to reprogram your mind. You have to stop thinking like this. You have to stop thinking that money is made for bills and for status. And you have to move and realize that money, when leveraged and used correctly, is for your lifestyle, is to buy your time back, so for your convenience, and for your legacy. And let me just say this. If you feel any resistance to what I'm saying, you can never, ever, 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 ever solve a problem or find a solution with the same thinking that caused the problem. So what do I mean by that? If you're thinking the exact same way about money as you always have thought, you are only going to get the same results, okay? So you have to start to reprogram your mind. Right now, today, you have had about 60,000 thoughts, and 90% of them have been repetitive. So 90% of the thoughts you thought today, you've already thought before, okay? So you have to literally retrain your mind to have new connections of information and take it in, okay? And I go into this in my Money Mindset bundle. It's filled with money mindset teachings and audios and things like that. The link is in my bio. If you don't have it already, you definitely want it, okay? And so the last thing I just want to say is it is absolutely possible, no matter how much money you're making right now, no matter what your bank account looks like right now, tonight rather, you can start to move from the 95% to the 5%. This is not only for a certain amount of people a year. This is for anyone who is willing to do the work, okay? So I want you to let me know your biggest takeaways in the comments. I just wanted to be really, really quick. This is on my heart and I wanted to share. So thank y'all so much for sharing with me and being with me. And I love y'all. See y'all soon.